Okay, so I am in the middle of going through my online textbook through the USTI, United States Trichology Institute, because I have an exam next week, and I found this textbook is jam-packed with so much information to talk to you about and educate on. I cannot wait, but there's one in particular that I just came across, and we have to talk about it. It's the fact that 50% of all women by middle age have noticeable hair loss. Androgenetic alopecia, which is equivalent for women, female pattern baldness, is so common. And I feel like we don't talk about that enough. I feel like I don't see that much content about it. I feel like we're targeting younger people all the time. But why? When you get to a certain age, most of us are going to deal with this at some point in our lives, if not when we get middle-aged. So why don't we talk about it now so that we can try to prevent or try to boost our scalp health now while we can? But also, let me go over some of these facts because they're kind of interesting. It's all about your genetics and your hormones. Your genetics basically are giving you the timeline of when this is going to happen, if it's going to happen to you. Totally genetics. It doesn't even have to be your parents that have had it. It could be aunts and uncles or grandparents or great-great-grandparents that had it. It's still in your genes, so it is good to know and ask your family at the next family function, or just look at them, do they have hair loss? It's genetics, so you're gonna want to know. But it boils down to DHT, which is in your follicles. So DHT is a breakdown of testosterone in your bloodstream, and basically, I'm gonna try not to be too nerdy here, but basically the increased amount of DHT in your blood is what reduces and slows the growth phase of your hair, or stops it altogether. A couple of the signs that you can look for if you are a middle-aged woman and you think maybe androgenetic alopecia or female pattern baldness is starting to happen for you, here's what you can look for. First, you're gonna see finer hair. So that's the actual hair strand itself, the diameter of it getting smaller and smaller. So over time, it's getting finer, okay? Second, you're gonna notice that it's going to be thinner, okay? Thinning comes from the scalp. That is the number of hairs that are coming out of your head, okay? That is going to be reduced as well. And three, the biggest sign is seeing that, especially along your part, you're going to see thinning happening there. It will most likely not be all over. If it's alopecia that is genetic for females, it's not going to be all over. It's going to be most likely right down the middle in your part, and probably not at the very, very front. If you think you may be dealing with female pattern baldness or lots of thinning going on, there is no known cure to androgenetic alopecia. I'm sorry to inform you. Even though it's so common, there is no known cure. But you have a couple of options, one of them being hair transplant. That's a very expensive one. You can go to laser treatment therapy or use topical or internal medication that have DHT blocking ingredients in it that can help to reduce the amount of DHT in your blood to help promote more hair growth on a natural cycle.